Welcome back, Alma Chef's AP Gains. A lot of people are asking me, should I gear 9? Should I consider gear 9? Should I work towards gear 9? Who should I gear 9? We'll talk about all of that so you guys understand how to not waste your resources. Now, really quickly, the only way to get gear 9 mats is to spend gems. 150 for, I guess, each of the 4 boxes that require it. You can do it. What I've been doing is I've been cutting refreshes. And dropping 150 every time I accumulate after my arena payout, my daily crystal uptake, whatever mumbo jumbo it is, comes out, and periodically buying the 150 to get to the point where I can get those resources. The only character that I have gear 9 thus far, I think, is the only character that most players should maybe consider gear 9ing is Elron here. And the only reason that is because he does most of the damage on the Elven team, and for most people, once the Elron event comes back around, he's going to be the primary damage dealer on your primary team, making him more valuable. He's easy to 7-star because he was, early guild farmable for a long time. Level 60, gear 9, upgrade his ability to, especially Arrow Rivendell the 6, so he always retaliates, even though this is glitched, and this doesn't actually always retaliate. I would say he's the only character where if every single person in the game took him to gear 9, I would never, ever, ever be mad. After that, let's start with free-to-play players because I think that's the majority of players these days. I would say not really. I would focus all of your gems on doing refreshes and stuff like that and progressing your roster. I wouldn't worry too much about gear 9 unless you just happen to really want one for some reason to make your roster look cool because it has a purple guy, or you stumble into it somehow, or you're a light spender maybe and you buy a pack that comes around or something like that. That would be totally fine. If you're a light spender, I would say the next best thing, obviously, if you have a if you have a 7-star Elron, that would be great because you give him more stats, he heals more, he survives longer. That team kind of lives and dies with how long he can survive. If you don't Elodin, if you have a 7-star Elodin level 60 with good ability tiers, he's always a good candidate as well. If you already have the 7-star Elrons or Elro here up at gear 9, makes the team much more survivable, which is nice. Mostly utilized for when Elron dies and you got to keep the team alive just a little bit longer in arena or in raids or something like that. For most people who don't have elves, Gaz is, I guess, a fine candidate. I've underutilized him for a while. I mean, it's taken me forever to finally get up to tier 6 on his basic and tier 4 on his 2 specials and his passive. I mean, like, I should probably bring up to make him survive a little bit longer, but I've just strapped for resources in the ability tier section, as all of you guys know. But I think really what's going to matter is slowly building up those gear 9 mats, and then when the glyph system comes out and you can really boost stats, I think that's when gear 9 is going to be crazy because I'll take Elro here, for example. If he's already doing good damage and you're boosting his stats, and you can give him extra crit chance, crit damage, or something like that, extra speed maybe so that he can go quicker, you're going to be outputting infinitely more damage. Well, not infinitely more. That's not what I'm trying to say. A substantial higher amount of damage if you take him to gear 9 than gear 8 because he's going to be taking more turns with more speed. He's going to be doing more damage per hit because of the mods. Same thing with characters like Gaz. Like, if you can boost Gaz's health and make him nigh unkillable, he can be a real pain in the butt in arena if they don't take it out before the GAC comes around. Making him hard to kill, and he can slowly whittle down whoever your opponent has left, making it hold better on defense. Elrond, if you can boost his health, I mean, giving a big chunk to health there will be obviously fantastic because he'll heal more, he'll survive longer. But realistically speaking, like, I would only gear 9. Elrond, Gaz, Elro here, Elodin. Those are the only characters where we know it will be worth it in the long run, and if you're a free-to-play player, I would completely ignore gear 9 altogether. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you, and I'll see you later.